What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about SoFi. I want to give you a quick overview of some of the current data points, what is really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, welcome back to the nines. It is currently at 4.58%, 907 the high, 863 the low, roughly 30 minutes left in the trading day, but a fair amount of volume for it being a Friday. So 32.6 million shares being traded, 40.3 is the average. Similar to yesterday, you are seeing a lot of buying occurring on the secondary market, and most likely a little bit more as well in the remaining 30 minutes as market makers do cover options, similar to what happened last Friday. So last Friday, SoFi did go up because market makers were starting to cover the huge amount of options that was going to be in the money. And then aside from that, you also had shorts, which most likely work hand in hand, but you also had shorts returning. And it's a very similar scenario to right now. So starting off, no actual news from SoFi itself, no SEC filings. So it is just kind of just piggybacking off the broader market. At the same time, you did have somewhat mixed data first thing. So month over month on PPI did come in a little bit better than anticipated. And then the year over year was a tad higher. So somewhat mixed, but as a byproduct of that, you are seeing a little bit more kind of validation of a 25 basis point cut, once again for the November 7th. But in my opinion, even though a lot of Fed speakers over the last 48 hours have stated that with inflation data, if it was kind of iffy, they weren't going to cut any rates, like it was going to stay the same. I do feel from now here on out, it is going to be a 25 basis point cut, regardless of the circumstances, especially the data points. So that's just my own opinion. Of course, you guys do whatever the hell floats your boat or what you guys believe. Latest round of 13Fs, you do see a lot of institutions increasing their position within Q3. So all these 13Fs are from that time period. So it's not right now. Anything green is brand new position. So you're seeing more and more entities kind of increase their position. An interesting point though, for instance, this one right here that has 0, whenever it shows 0 and that it is a buy, in my opinion, based on at least my kind of knowledge of this, that's a good indication that they are short, because right now 13Fs do not have to disclose short positions. So this is why you do see 0 right here. So this is where the new SEC transparency rule should be really beneficial to SoFi, because nobody wants to be seen as the bad guy, similar to Citadel. So a lot of these entities who are shorting, such as right here, would more likely or whatever just kind of return their shares, because again, they don't want to be seen as the bad guy. So this is what could get shorts off of SoFi's back. But as of right now though, shorts are returning 46,000 shares. So that is net. First thing though, they were increasing roughly around 1 million shares. So they weren't all that active today, but still they're somewhat admitting defeat, because once again, by them increasing 1 million and now it is returning, that's a fairly good thing. Gave the stock price a nice bump up in the kind of overall there. But 16.92% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 176.94 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 0.71. Utilization is 41.84. And as I said yesterday, shorts most likely will be mitigating their risk, right? So whoever is shorting SoFi probably is shorting several stocks, tons and tons of stocks. So as the market does really progress higher, there's they have to cut their losses, right? And so this is why I feel that shorts will be continuously returning leading into SoFi's earnings. So probably around that 15% range, but we'll just have to wait and see. Today, there is $19 million in calls, 2.09 million in puts. 51% of all the options being done so far are optimistic and bullish. So this is most likely, I'll have to double check, but a record number of, dollar value getting into SoFi through options. So most likely when it comes down to it though, a lot of this right here, so the open interest, a lot of market makers are covering through options, as well as probably in the next little bit, you are going to see a lot more buys occur on the secondary market as well. So this is the current open interest. Right now, there is 13,000 at that $8 strike price, 35,000 at the $8.50, and then 38,000 at that $9. So the real question is if SoFi is going to close above $9 or not, or if shorts do somehow try to manipulate it below $9, so close at $8.99. But still, regardless, even if that does happen, I think today is still a fairly big win. So as of right now, it is 9.02. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But right now with it, I guess now at 9.03, it is trading between this R2 and this R3. So 8.81 is going to be that strong support going into the next couple of trading days, and then $9.49. So this is pretty much playing out how I said. So I said Friday it was going to be roughly around that $9 range, and then most likely next week around that 10, assuming big money does continue to keep buying and the momentum does progress. But as I said, like, what data point out there is really, really negative, causing significant fear in the market. The only thing out there right now that could really disrupt this momentum is more escalation coming from the Middle East. But as of right now, I think that's somewhat subsided. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, SoFi is on a huge tear, and it is ready to kind of break out. Very exciting stuff, all in all. And just to put it in perspective, over this last 1 month, it is up 27.35%. Over the last 5 days, up 6.3%. So it's paying off to individuals and all that other fun jazz that have had dime in hands. I hate saying that phrase because it reminds me of just meme stocks. But yeah, in SoFi's case, especially over this last 1 month, it is very, very true. One thing actually, before I get into this, I wanted to share with you. I saw this on Twitter or X, but this average dip buyer did say that he is in the Netherlands and his university is actually teaching SoFi. So you know you hit it big when they are teaching about your business. And yeah, this is honestly amazing stuff. So yeah, SoFi is going to be something very big in the foreseeable future, and the market will wake up one day and realize that they should have been buying versus trying to suppress SoFi through manipulation and all that other fun jazz. But on the actual chart, higher percentile, stochastic, you see it's still considered overbought, but still nothing really wrong with that. A lot of stocks can stay in that circumstance for a while now. Plus, you do see a nice bullish deviation, and as well, looking right here, number of retail investors are getting in. So this is one of the very rare times that both retail and institutions are buying into SoFi. So let me know you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. What is your guys' thought, for instance, on this? This one was honestly very surprising because yeah, normally I can't see them teaching. Like, I've taken a lot of finance courses in university. I've graduated and they didn't bring up anything about SoFi or even any fintech related stuff. But I don't know. I graduated in 2016, so maybe just things have developed since then more than what it is now. So yeah, what's your guys' thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. On a side note, I did launch membership, so if you like my SoFi content and want to support the channel, definitely pop over there and take a look. And with all that said though, I appreciate all of you guys watching.